The law of alignment. There is a universal law that shapes every movement in existence. It sits beneath our choices, beneath our fears, beneath the noise of the world. It is the law that determines whether life expands or collapses, whether we grow or fracture, whether our path becomes effortless or unbearably heavy. This is the law of alignment. To understand it, we must begin with a simple truth. Life is not random. Life responds. Every intention, every action, every emotional state creates a frequency. And that frequency either aligns us with the natural flow of existence or pushes us against it. Alignment is not about perfection. It is not about forcing life into our design. It is about synchronizing ourselves with the deeper architecture that already exists. Just as planets follow orbits, just as rivers follow gravity, the human being follows an energetic geometry, one that is always trying to guide us back into coherence. When we resist this geometry, chaos increases. When we move with it, life becomes effortless. Alignment begins with awareness, not the surface awareness of thoughts and decisions, but the awareness of the invisible forces shaping our inner world. Every belief, every memory, every desire acts like a magnet, pulling us toward certain outcomes and pushing us away from others. Most people live unaware of these forces. They move through life reacting, not realizing that their reactions are creating the very reality they suffer. The law of alignment invites us to reverse that process. Instead of reacting to life, we learn to resonate with it. We learn to stand in the center of our being, listening to the subtle signals that tell us when we are in harmony and when we are not. Alignment is felt. It is the quiet shift in the body when something is right. It is the expansion in the chest when a decision matches our truth. It is the stillness that fills us when we are on the correct path. And equally, misalignment is felt. It is the heaviness, the contraction, the unease that whispers, "This is not your direction." Most people ignore these signals. They move forward anyway, driven by habit, fear, or expectation, and life responds accordingly. It becomes harder, louder, more chaotic, until we cannot avoid the truth any longer. The law of alignment shows us that the universe is always moving us toward equilibrium. When we drift too far from our path, life mirrors that distortion back to us. Problems arise not to punish us, but to realign us. Pain becomes a compass. Disruption becomes a correction. Even loss becomes a redirection toward a more truthful state of being. Nothing in life happens against us. Everything happens to bring us back into coherence. To align with life, we must first align with ourselves. The outer world reflects the inner world with absolute precision. The circumstances we meet, the people we attract, the opportunities that appear or disappear, these are not external events but internal echoes. Life does not give us what we desire. It gives us what we are aligned with. If we hold fear, we attract situations that confirm fear. If we hold doubt, we attract circumstances that weaken us. If we hold clarity, life opens. If we hold integrity, life stabilizes. If we hold purpose, life accelerates. Everything begins within. The law of alignment reveals that every human being carries two identities, the conditioned identity and the authentic identity. The conditioned identity is built from society, upbringing, expectations, and fear. It is loud, reactive, and fragile. The authentic identity is built from essence. It is steady, calm, and unbreakable. Alignment is the process of shifting from the conditioned identity to the authentic one. This shift does not happen overnight. It happens through continuous refinement, through observing our thoughts without becoming them, through recognizing our emotional patterns, through choosing actions that match who we truly are, not who the world expects us to be. As we align with our inner truth, something extraordinary begins to happen. Life aligns with us. The right people appear, the right opportunities unfold, the right timing reveals itself. Synchronicities increase, obstacles dissolve. Not because life becomes easier, but because we stop standing in opposition to it. The law of alignment also teaches that everything in the universe carries a signature frequency. Nature, truth, generosity, purpose, and clarity all vibrate at high coherence. Fear, manipulation, chaos, and dishonesty vibrate at low coherence. When our personal frequency matches the higher signatures of the universe, we rise. When it matches lower signatures, we fall. This is why alignment requires honesty. Not the superficial honesty of words, but the deep honesty of being. We cannot align with truth while living in self-deception. We cannot align with abundance while rooted in scarcity. We cannot align with clarity while feeding confus.